but it can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
And that's a good thing.
Why can't it stop? Because people are going to want it. Taxes are inherently theft, so we have to have it, but we need as little as possible. Anytime we can do without it, we should. So let's move on.
An autonomous driving automobile.
Do not have these self-driving vehicles on the San Francisco streets taking jobs.
Yes, self-driving vehicles will take some delivery jobs, taxi and Uber jobs, truck driving jobs.
Really quick, I want to say, so you have some background about me. If you've been with the channel for a while, you may already know this, but I have been an over-the-road truck driver for 7 or 8 years, almost 10 years. I did cross-country on the entire United States. I did regional, which was like the western or eastern or middle of the country type of thing. In my case, it was western. I did, I'm not sure what you call it, intermodal. Maybe you guys know what it's called when you just work for one company. I'd worked for Dillard's, and I only picked up at Dillard's distribution centers. I drove a Dillard's truck, and I delivered to Dillard's stores. And then I also did local stuff as well, where I, once again, worked for a particular company, but I was always in town. So anyway, I've been a truck driver many, many years. I have firsthand experience of that. I also, right now, if you, like I said, you've been seeing the channel for a little while, you've known I've done videos on Uber Eats and Doordash. I do them both. And I do agree that AI may take these jobs, but we'll talk about why it's not a big threat to me personally at the moment.
Texas is already building a special road, a
self-driving trucking corridor.
A 21-mile stretch of state highway
with a lane just for self-driving trucks. The idea is get humans off the road.
Oh my God.
So there's just one reason right there why it's not going to be a big deal at least at this point in time. They're going to build a special lane just for those self-driving vehicles. They also did it in Phoenix, where I live, in the wintertime. When they built one stretch of interstate highway, I forget which one it is, what it's called, but they put special sensors in the road to test these self-driving vehicles on. Now, as far as I know, there are no self-driving vehicles on that road anymore. So it may not have been a very successful test. And this is the way it goes with new technologies. The stuff doesn't work in the beginning. It's testing. I always tell people, you never want to get in on something when they're just introducing it. Unless you want to be one of the guinea pigs that figures out what's wrong with it, because there will always be something wrong with it. Unless you want to be one of those guinea pigs, you should wait down the road, give it some time till they've worked out the kinks. Then when you get into it, everything will go much smoother. So anyway, let's get back to the video.
Because we make more mistakes than robots do.
What an idiot.
When I last pointed out
more
that
mistakes than robots do.
Are much...
Real quick, very important point there. Robots will still make mistakes. He said we make more mistakes than robots. Robots still will make mistakes. It's already happened. Once again, in Phoenix, they were testing a self-driving car. Even with a person sitting behind the wheel, the car ran into a pedestrian and killed them. So not only did they have the self-driving car with all its sensors and cameras, and they're supposed to avoid that, they also had a person sitting behind the wheel that's also supposed to be an extra stopgap measure to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen. It still happened. So nothing is absolute.
much safer, some of you warn that soon regulators may ban humans from driving. The government will have total control of your movement.
Never gonna
You
happen.
will be at their mercy. Okay,
As long as we
that's
don't
a
let it
threat,
happen.
but because lots of you want to drive yourselves and politicians fear angry voters, I don't think government will ban human driving, but I've been wrong about government's intrusions before. What
They
I
may
haven't
try.
been wrong about is the job loss.
Put people over robots.
These people may lose jobs, but odds are that robot cars and trucks will allow us to get more, new, better jobs. I say that because that's what's always happened.
Very
Innovation
important
does
point
things.
here.
Tractors destroyed farm jobs. When America began, most people worked on farms. Now, just 1% do. But those farmers gradually found other jobs, most much less demanding and dangerous than farming. Loom weavers were so angry when weaving machines took their jobs. They destroyed the machines, destroyed so many that the British government threatened them with the death penalty, and did execute some.
Good typists are always in demand.
In America, 500,000 typists lost jobs. Phone operators lost jobs. Bank tellers were replaced by ATM machines. Video rental stores were killed by streaming services. Now, AI is taking artists' jobs.
Very important point here. Once again, things are always changing. If you're one of those people that wants to sit on your laurels and try to force government to keep them from changing to benefit yourself, I don't know what to say about those kind of people, but I want to say don't be one of those kind of people. Anyway, let's keep going.
AI created that artwork. But while all this change happened, there was no surge in unemployment. In fact, despite all the job displacement and COVID, unemployment is low, and wages on average are up. More and more machines do jobs that people once did.
Oh, look at that one. I've never seen that
But
before.
that
Every time I try to do something, I get interrupted. All right, back to the video.
their jobs work in education, healthcare, hospitality. We asked the Teamster boss.
In the future, there'll be new jobs we can't even imagine. You buy that at all?
I don't, because AI is scary and it's here to stay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
AI is here to
Now, wait a minute. I don't buy that, but because AI is scary and it's here to stay. Now, he just admitted AI is here to stay. They need to just deal with it rather than trying to deny that it's going to change things. Let's keep going.
stay. If government doesn't get in the way, more of us will soon get into self-driving taxis.
Oh
Many
no.
people we interviewed see the good of these changes.
Here's something that someone suggested a couple years ago about these self-driving taxis is it won't just be self-driving taxis. It'll be if all cars are self-driving, okay, and you own a car, you will be able to take your car, drive to work, get out and go to work, and then put your car in self-driving mode or taxi mode, and your car will go out and make money for you while you're at work. So that's something that no one is even talking about. That should easily be something that can be done. Now, maybe it'll cost a little more to have your car equipped to do the self-driving taxi thing, but think about that. While you're at work at your job, your car can be out be making money for you. Not only can it be out be doing taxi work, it could be out picking up food or packages for a local restaurant or for UPS or for the post office. They put them in your car. It goes to the delivery location. The person there takes it out of the car. Once again, it's making money for you when you're doing nothing. You're at home sitting on the couch playing video games. Your car could be out making money for you. Anyway, one of the other things that nobody's really talking about, I didn't come up with that. I saw that from I think it was Glenn Beck. A couple of years ago, he was talking about your car will be able to do that for you. Who wouldn't like that? Maybe it won't work out as good as you think, but if it works out a little bit, it'll be beneficial.
Taxi drivers will be put out of work in the long run.
Well, it's kind of like buggy whips, huh?
Buggy whip makers found other work.
Same way that if we had machines that could pick things up and we no longer needed strong people to pick things up, we don't say, okay, let's not develop the forklift.
In the past, it is true. We've changed. Like Teamsters, look at our logo. We went from horses, and yeah, we changed to wheels with our cars. But it still had a human being, right? It still had a human doing the job. So there is change, but there hasn't been this kind of change.
AI will create change that's more dramatic than any in the past. And when robots get really smart, maybe they'll just decide we're in the way. And
like he said, there has been change in the past, but it hasn't been this kind of change or this much change. He may even be right about that. The bottom line is the people that adapt and react and adapt to the change are going to be much better off than the people who try to deny the change from happening.
And they'll kill us. But short of this, AI will probably create jobs as fast as it destroys them. Years ago, my team made this animation.
I will take your job, John. I'm smarter than you.
I'm still here. Though a robot...
Maybe someday AI will be doing reaction videos for it instead of me or someone else or LFR. Maybe he'll take his job.
Could replace me eventually.
And we will keep fighting.
It's a fight we can't win. But history should reassure this change is probably good news, as former AI executive Alex Roy puts it.
Think about how many businesses don't exist yet that could and will when robotaxis are ubiquitous.
What you're looking at is the Waymo driver in action.
For every new technology.
I want to talk about that real quick. I actually left a comment on this video. Let's see if I can scroll down and see it, and I'll read it to you. Okay, it will take 1 year for self-driving vehicles to become ubiquitous. Now, that's my opinion, and that's obviously a made-up number. I'm guessing it might take longer, it might take less, it might never totally happen. I also want to say, some people may not know what this term ubiquitous actually means. When I use it, at least, I'm saying where it's just commonplace. You walk out your door and you just expect a self-driving car to take you home, to pick you up, to bring you your food, whatever. It's going to take a long time for that to happen. Just like when a friend of mine told me probably 12 or 15 years ago that he said within 10 years, all houses are going to be smart houses. It's going to be all over the place, everywhere. And I told him, I didn't tell him he was crazy, but I wanted to tell him he was freaking crazy. There's no way you can change the infrastructure in 10 years. They're not going to. Now, maybe new houses that are being built, expensive ones, will be smart houses, and you'll be able to control everything from your phone, open a window, close a door, lock a door, do all that crap in your phone. But I've never seen a house that will do that yet. And it's been 10, 12 years already. It's going to take hundreds of years for that to happen, because who's going to tear down a house just to build a smart house, spend all that money, let's say in a poor neighborhood or even in a middle-class neighborhood? The only way it's going to happen quicker is if they design a system that's easily adaptable into a house that's already there. And the problem is you just can't do it. It would cost, the cost of installing it would be so much to get to the point where you can just open a window, lock a door, check your refrigerator, turn on your stove, turn off your stove if you forgot to leave it on, or a stove that will automatically turn off when you're not using it. Just doesn't work. The same thing with self-driving cars. It's going to take a very long time, at the very least 30 to 40 years, because you have to replace every car that's on the road today. You can't take a car that's on the road today and turn it into a self-driving car. It can't be done. The cost would be 5 times what just building a new self-driving car cost is. So the idea that this is going to be ubiquitous anytime soon, I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime. So we shouldn't fear it. It's going to be a slow change. Yes, technologies get better, they get faster, but it ain't going to happen overnight.
There has been someone who said, stop this. But it can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
And that's a good thing.
Why can't it stop? Because people are going to want it.
Until AI replaces my job.
Anyway, that's the end of the video. I wanted to give a shout out to John Stossel. Obviously, like I said, he's a guy that I've admired for a very long time. He's tried to tell the truth. He bucks the trend quite often. Also, once again, shout out to LFR family. If you have a chance, check out his videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe on this one, and leave a comment down below on what you think. So that's it for this one. We'll see you next time.